Because if it was just like a down payment, like, hey, like I'd still have money left over. I can buy my own place too.
We gotta see how this episode turns out because I just realized I didn't plug in the microphone. I like looked at the.
Whatever. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Realtor Chronicles. On today's episode, we have a very special guest. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Alexa. I am a product manager for Target. I have a 4-year-old daughter that takes up a lot of my time, and we like to figure skate together.
So, what's up with figure skating? You're on the Olympics yet? Like, you're out here. I thought you were gonna make it.
Dang,
you're out here
crazy.
going every day. I was like, damn.
I'm disappointing you.
No, but I was like, damn. I thought you were gonna like be huge. You did make it.
I thought you were gonna be huge with your real estate.
Bro, I got 1,000. Oh. I'm out here making it. I'm still going on the grind.
I'm still going on the grind too.
Alright.
When you make it, I'll make it.
What if I make it next week?
I'll make it next week.
Cool. Alright. What have you been up to? How's everything? How's mom life?
It's okay. It's mom life. I'm excited for Halloween. So
how has it changed from like when you first had a child to like now? Because I guess you're entering a new stage.
Yeah. So I feel like it's so fun now. I feel like from like 0 to 2 is like not a fun age because like you have to like follow them around, like make sure they like don't die because like I mean I guess you have to do the same thing now, but like they can't speak like when they're like 0 to 2, like they can say a few words, so, like you just have to. It's just a lot more work. Like I feel like you don't have as much of like a life, and now like my daughter's 4.5, so like she like totally speaks too much, like like way too much, but it's fun because like now it's like that's like my little best friend. Like she'll tell me what she wants to do, which means like she's expensive now because like she wants to do a ton of stuff, like take me here, take me there. But like it's more fun because now like you could talk to her and she's funny. But like when she was like 0 to 2, like they can't talk. They're just like there and they're like cute. But now it's like I have like a real person. You know what I mean? So like she's obsessed with like Wednesday Addams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's gonna be that for Halloween. So I think for Halloween, like. I think I'm going to be Wednesday, too, with her. Because I was thinking about being Wednesday's mom, but Wednesday's mom wears, like, this, like, gown. Yeah, and, like, I'm not trying to do all that, so.
What do you mean just throw it on?
Yeah, but, like, also, like, by Halloween it might be freezing. You know what I mean? Like,
you never know. So, like, I know, like, last year was, like, 70s. The year before that was, like, 30.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, like, a hit or miss.
It snowed one year, yeah. Like, the year
I was in the city that year, it snowed. But, like, it's a hit or miss.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, well, I'll decide. I have her costume. I'll decide. I'll do something with her this year. I'll probably go trick or treating with Naomi.
Okay.
Shout out to Naomi. But anyways, but never. Me and Naomi were talking too. Me and my other friend, like from work, were talking. Like, she was like, "Oh, like let's go do something for Halloween. Like, let's like go out." And I was like, I thought about it. I was like, I've never like actually like, gone out for Halloween. Like other than like going for my kid.
I went to the city, and the city gets kind of interesting. Like,
really?
I went to like a club, but I would buy tickets. It's probably easier to get in. I went as like Where's Waldo. I'm like, we had a.
Oh my god, that's cool.
I've been Where's Waldo for like 7 years. Like there's like stains on the. I threw it away after this year, but there's like Halloween stains of like.
I've never seen any pictures of this.
I'll show you some. It's like every year I'm always like Where's Waldo, but it's like Where's Waldo with a jacket or Where's Waldo with like just a shirt. I lost a hat last year, and then I lost the glasses like 2 years ago.
I feel like you're like the perfect like character for Where's Waldo. I feel like that's like a very good like costume for you. Like I feel like you can't go wrong with that.
But you can't buy the costume anymore. Like nowhere.
Really? I'm sure you can look it up on Amazon.
Amazon, yeah. But I'm like, by the time I'm like, okay, we're gonna do something for Halloween. Like, where's that shirt? It's like on the floor somewhere. I just like put it back on. I'm just like, let's go.
What are you gonna do this year?
Yeah, no, I don't know, because I threw that shit away. It was time. I had like stains on
Do you
the
watch
collar.
like Suits from like Netflix? You should be like.
Actually, last year I was a Tinder swindler.
What is that?
You ever seen the Tinder swindler? So the Tinder swindler is about a dude that was a scammer, and what he did was he would meet a woman, and like he would come on as like a rich guy, and then he'll start like dating her and stuff, and we'll fall in love with her, and he's like, hey, I'm having some troubles with my diamond company. Let me borrow 10 grand. So she would get the money and send it to him. And then he would take that 10 grand and fly to a different country and meet a new woman, and then ask the first woman for more money to take out the second woman. And then he'd go, when he had enough money, he'd fly to the next country, and it would just be like a crazy.
Like a real person?
Yeah. So he basically was like.
So you dressed up as this person for
It was just a suit and suit, sunglasses. but basically end up like stealing like a few like 50, 60, 70 grand from like each woman. Sometimes more. There was like 3 women, and then they made a documentary about it, and he got arrested. Then he got let go, and he started a business. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Have you seen the show like Imposters? It's like the same thing. It's like this like it's like a or there's 3 people. There's like 2 like an older couple and like a younger girl, and like the young girl, they're like employed by like this person, and like the younger girl basically has to like go and like impersonate or like study this like each guy. And each guy has a different type, so like she studies them and figures out like what their dream girl or fantasy girl is, and then she like takes on that persona, whether that means like a French accent or like whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's like it's she dates the girl and then the guy and the guy.
No. They pry on like weak men with a lot of money. So like whatever, like this one guy, like he had a thing for French girls, so like she like accidentally ran into him like at like a restaurant, like his favorite restaurant.
But like the first girl, she was married to a girl.
Oh yes.
And then it was the guy.
Oh, sorry, I know what you meant. I thought you were talking about when I said like she works with like the older couple.
No, and then there was a guy.
Watched it.
I've seen up to where all 3 of them catch her at the restaurant.
Oh my god, yeah, it's a good show. You should finish it.
I have a problem with that.
I love it.
I have a problem with finishing shows.
Especially when it's good. Like,
I'm horrendous.
Did you not like it?
I just get busy. And then something new comes out, and then I just kind of go. Like, I haven't finished House of Dragons. I haven't finished, like...
So have you watched Suits?
No.
You haven't started it?
0.
Do you know what it is?
I do. Lawyer, the day I can remember everything, and he goes for a job interview, and then...
You should watch it. Well, honestly, you shouldn't, because I feel like that one, like, you really wouldn't finish it, because I feel like it's like a little repetitive, where it's like, it definitely holds my interest, but like, I feel like it's like the same thing, and then...
I watched, like, One Piece, which was kind of crazy. I don't know. There's like 1,000, like...
So what shows have you finished?
I finished Game of Thrones, I finished Breaking Bad all the way through. I actually stopped Breaking Bad for about 6 months, then I finished it. House of Dragon, I think I'm on episode 8 out of 10 or whatever.
I've never watched that.
Game of Thrones, White Collar.
Have you watched Money Heist?
No.
Or like How to Get Away with Murder?
I finished Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean that's like one season.
But yeah, it's terrible. Like I don't finish books, or I don't finish like.
What are like movies? Do you watch movies then? Like are you a movie guy? Like other than like shows?
I watch.
So what do you do for fun? Like besides drink?
That one's total alcoholic. No, I like playing video games and going out. But I recently just got back into like video games like this week because of everything. Or like if I play video games, it'll be like okay. Usually I do like a lot for like Instagram and stuff for like my job. I'll like prepare before the game comes out, so I'll do like a bunch of stuff early, and then I'll take like 3 days of just doing the bare minimum and we're like playing 12 hours straight, and I'll come back to work and like nothing ever happened.
That's decent.
So I'd be like both God of Wars like that. That's basically how I do it. I just take like 2-3 days of just 12 hours, and I'll stop in between like 6 hours and like check my emails. I'll do the bare minimum to stay alive, and then I'll just keep going. But then yeah, going out, like I like meeting people, but I'm starting to like wanting to go out by myself. Just with a group, it gets too.
I want to do that too. I've never done it though. Have you done it?
Or like with one person. It gets.
Have you ever gone like by yourself?
I've gone to the city meeting someone up, and I had to be in a bar by myself for about an hour. So I just had
talk to anybody?
Yeah, just person to the left, person to the right. You just pull up to the bar and you just grab your drink and turn around, and then people will just come up to you and just doesn't matter who they are, just have a quick conversation with them.
I love that. I've been like really into like talking to people that I normally wouldn't. Like,
well, just go to Naperville. Like I've done that before. Just you sit at the bar and or try to make an opening.
yeah.
That, like if you see someone like maybe you want to talk to, or like you like just like be like, oh hey, trying to get a drink, slide in next to me, and then have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
Or like I've met like I met this one kid. I was like, this is like probably like a year ago now. I was with Keenan. I was like, I need someone tall, talk to some girls. And I scanned the whole room for the tallest dude, and I found him. And I was like, walked straight up to him. I was like, hey, come with me, talk to some girls. Like, okay.
Oh my god.
And then me and him just went, and I got his like Snapchat, and like every once in a while I'll like message him. He's like still at North Central, so I message him once in a while. I'll be like, hey, you want to come out and hang out?
You see him?
Yeah, every once in a while. He'll come out, and then like we'll get like a quick drink. We'll talk about some stuff. You gotta try.
Yeah, no, I really want to, like, I've heard about, like, people, like, I'm sure it's easier for girls, but, like, just, like, go out in the city, like, by yourself.
Maybe go with, like, one person. Just like
Well, I'm not talking like I'm even meaning like during the day, like go to like a Starbucks and like, or not a Starbucks, but that people are like working and like focused.
You really want to do like maybe like a more popping, like a more like busy bar, maybe like not like a club, not a lounge, but like a more upscale like bar, or like what someone told me is go to steakhouses, very expensive steakhouses, and go straight to the bar and get drinks.
That's right.
And because you'll sit and you'll talk to the right, talk to the left, and you'll get some information.
Yeah, I want like a mentor. I've been thinking about it lately.
What are you gonna? Hold on. Before the podcast, you're talking about switching jobs. What do you want to do? Let's go even further. What are you doing?
Okay, so I've always been in like supply chain, so like I've always been like warehouses. Been a manager, all that, like super cool experience. I work in like Little Village, like do you know what it's at?
Of course.
Yeah.
Best tacos in the world over there.
Yeah, of course. So super lit now with like Mexican Heritage Month or Hispanic Heritage Month this month, whatever. So super cool out there. But I was a manager out there for a while, and now I'm a project manager out there. So kind of just like work on like fixing stuff, and like I've always been in like the warehouse industry. So like I love it. I think it's like really like diverse, and it's cool because like I think you meet a lot of like genuine like people who are like really like down to earth, because like you're not in that environment like of an office where everyone has to be like upbeat, and I get to work with like just like typical warehouse workers who are just like on the floor every day. Yeah. So it's like I love like that's like my favorite part about my job is like talking to those people and stuff, and like just making relationships with them. But I think like my goal from here right now is I really like being a project manager. Like it's really flexible. Like right now, like my schedule is flexible. Like what I get to choose what I want to work on. Like it's very like laid back, which is cool. It's like it's a little hard sometimes, and it's like different. But I would love to do like right now I'm on the track to doing what I do now, but at a bigger scale. So meaning like traveling to different buildings, like traveling, working remote, coming into like the Chicago or Little Village location like once a week or something, then like traveling like once a month. So I think that would be cool too. But I'm also like nervous to like lose like the personal like relationships that like I'm building. You know what I mean?
You just gotta be faster at it.
What do you mean?
You gotta build rapport faster with people.
Yeah, but like it's just the consistency, because like the traveling isn't always consistent, so it's hard when you go into a new like place and like getting. Basically, what I'd be doing is basically like selling ideas. Like I come up with, I see this process is broken, and I come up with like an idea to fix it. So then I'm like, okay, this is a great idea. Everyone approves it. I get the money to fund it, and now I have to make like managers who don't care about their jobs. They're just like, hey, like I want to leave early, like leave as early as possible.
They want to get paid as much and leave early.
Literally, like they're like, don't change what I'm used to. Like I don't want to have to do extra work, and then like my job is to basically like come in, make their lives easier, but they see it as me making their lives like harder because I'm changing their routine.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be harder in the beginning with an easier.
Exactly, but they don't see it like that. So like, long story short, like coming to those buildings, like I'm only there for a few days. Like I really only talk to the managers at that point, or I would only be talking to managers. So like, I would kind of make rapport with them like over time, but still would definitely take away from like my interaction with like the team members that like I work with at like, the warehouse level. So. I mean, it's cool that I get to move up, but it's also like pros and cons. Like I never really thought like, oh, like I'm gonna be taken away from this like community that like I like to be around.
What are you gonna do if you don't do that? Like, what else would you want to do? Like, what do you like to do? Like, you've seen like now you have friends in like a few different fields. Like, is there anything that piques your interest?
I don't know. Like, I don't know work wise. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I'm very intrigued by like. I've seen a few different things. I'm definitely intrigued by like dressing up every day and like going into the office every day. Like I don't have to dress up. Like I work in a warehouse, so like jeans is the top tier of me dressing
jeans,
nice.
T-shirt, like just clean.
Yeah. Like I can't. Like I think it would be super cool to like go to the city every day and like go like look up like nice, wear heels, go into an office. But I'm sure like after a while I get tired of it. But like I feel like right now I'm like curious about like everything. Like I just want to know like. Everything, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I'm content. Like I really enjoy what I do. Like I like what I do. I don't plan on changing it, but I'm interested in like talking to people more. Kind of how we just talked about, like going out alone and like meeting people and just like understanding like I don't know, getting like a sneak peek into their life. Not because I don't really want to like take over their life, just to, like, I don't know, learn more, be more educated about people.
It sounds like we need to take a trip to the city.
I'm down.
Oh shit, that was quick.
Of course, I'm always down. Had a few. I feel like I've done this a little bit more recently, where I've like talked to people that I normally wouldn't have, and like I feel like I've learned a lot and had some very like interesting situations that I probably shouldn't speak about here.
We can talk about it after that.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's been like I think like my life is like elevated, and I feel like I've been more not mature, but like eyes kind of open, and like I feel like I listen more now than even though I'm talking a lot, but like. I feel like in general, like I'm more observant and I listen to people more than like making, I don't know, just speaking. It's been cool.
Right, we gotta go.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go Saturday, but.
Where are you going? To like a club? Like I don't want to go to a club.
No, well, I mean, like, it just depends how late do you want to stay out. That's the question.
Oh, it doesn't really.
No, because like if like let's say if like we go out like if you're like let's start like at like 10, we can go like or like 9. We can go like take a train, be in the city by 9, walk to Federales, start drinking there, and then go to like nights and weekends, which is next door, and then we could take an Uber to like a bunch of bars, and then clubs. And we could end in River North like at an actual like nightclub. You just have to dress like for like the end of the night.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm down.
And then if you stay out till like 5, you can just come back on the train.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, because the train wouldn't. They don't go all night, right?
No. Or like if we don't like, I park my car and then just can't get like I just won't get fucked up. But just kind of hang out and then like when you're ready to go, just like hop in the car and go. Like I usually do like 2 drinks and a splash of water. Or we'll stop and get like breakfast at this.
Like a splash of water, like drink or like in your face.
No, like
splash of water.
I'll like drink water all day, like all night, the rest of the night. I'll have like 2 drinks when I get there, and I just like gauge it, like how do I feel now? Can I like do one more? Or, like am I like nah? Like let's wait like 2-3 hours and I'll just drink water the rest of the night.
I'm down. Either way.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I've done it once with Keenan, and I didn't get home till like 4 o'clock. We went to like 4 or 5 different bars, and I was like, there's a few bars I'm like, why the fuck am I here?
Literally.
The second they pull out the wine and start winding you down, it's like, don't want to be here.
I feel like, have you ever been to the, I feel like you have, but have you ever been to the Mine?
The mine.
Yeah, it's like a club. Really, I hate that place.
Is it underground? You go down the stairs?
I don't know. I don't think so.
So I'm going to a spy bar in October
I'm sure
sometime.
that's good.
We're buying tickets. I think I'm buying tickets this week. It's like $20. Then we're just gonna go all night, and then we're going there, and then tomorrow or Friday I don't know what we're doing yet. But then I'm going back out there Saturday.
That's fun. What's your favorite place in the city?
It depends what kind of activities I'm trying to get into. There's like the underground, the hang up is pretty good. But the only problem is it's all like college students, but it's like a very big, it's like there's different levels to it. It's like you walk in, there's like a dance floor, and there's like a bar. Easy to get drinks, $20 to get in. It's in Gold Coast. And you go down the stairs, and then there's like about 3 or 4 bars with like drinks are never like a problem. And the bathrooms you use to get into, and then like that's pretty good. But there's nothing around there that's like good. That's like the one bar where I like. It's all college students, so it's like some nights it's lit, sometimes it's not. It's like, and then I went to Prism. It's always been super hard to get in, but when I bought tickets and walked in, that was fun. That was really fun. I was like, okay, like you could definitely like, I could see being here like all night and like seeing some cool DJs, and then I'm gonna go see what's up at that Spy Bar. Seems like the bigger clubs are pretty fun.
Have you been to Spy Bar before? Yeah, I've heard it's good.
I've been to like Bounce. It depends what you're trying to do.
Like I like Bounce. I don't really like clubs at all, but I've only been to like 5 or 6. But Bounce was definitely my favorite.
But I feel like that's like not really, but it's like a lounge.
Yeah.
Big lounge, and you just kind of sit around and talk. That's like alright. Like I'm not really into like lounges. Like cause like every time I go out, I like know the people I'm with. So I'm like I talk to guys like on the phone like all week. Like I don't want to like talk. Like I want to just like go like dance, hang out with some people, like meet new people, like walk around. And I feel like that's like not really like the place to do it. But I feel like the hang up, how it's laid out, it's like you can walk up to the bar and like meet new people.
That's cool. I've never heard of it. There was this place I think they shut down. It was called like Concrete Cowboy. You heard of it?
I think so. They shut down that. I think the apartments. It was like it was a country at the bottom, like DJ on top. They shut that down.
That's interesting.
It was cool.
There's a place that has like 2 levels in by like Wrigleyville. I forget what it's called though. I keep wanting to go there, but I forgot what it's called.
The Crow.
No, I've been there. it's called. I have to find out.
It's like the Hawaiian themed one.
I don't know. I've been to the one with like the batting cages. Have you been? Is that no? That's not.
I think I have. I'm not too big of a fan of Wrigley though.
Really?
I don't know. It's always so hard to get in.
Really, I've only been there once after a Cubs game, and I lost my freaking wallet and ID and my card, and then somebody was using my card to buy drinks.
That's shitty. I will say the north side is probably the worst part of Chicago because of parking. Like I hate going to the north side. Like they're like city parking's terrible. I'm like I always find parking in the city, never in the north side. I'm driving for hours trying to find some parking. It's like God. I'm not too Just recently I'm not. It's probably the worst part of Chicago up north. Like bars are pretty good. Like I like the atmosphere, but like parking, just trying to like stay down there is like hard.
It depends on what part of the north side.
Wrigleyville, horrendous.
That's fair. I feel like I don't know that I've ever really had to park in. I mean, I guess I've really only been there like once, twice, for like going out for business.
But you gotta hit that River North. River North is pretty good too.
Yeah, it's fun. I have a few coworkers who live there.
Damn, they got money then. I know those apartments are expensive.
Yeah, I mean they have roommates and stuff, but yeah, it's still wild.
It's like $3,000.
Yeah.
Like a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Like oh shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. The views are nice. It's worth it.
And everything else around there is like pretty nice. You get all the restaurants. You get down the street is what's that place called? Fulton Market. Oh, down around the corner, down a few streets, Fulton Market. But you get all the major clubs right around the corner. We actually saw someone get hit by a car there. She got hit by like a Tesla, but like if she like fighting somebody, the Tesla just went beep. Like bumped her and she like fell off the person. And I was like, oh.
That's one way to end it.
I was like, I'll just end it like, oh, take me home. I'm done with this.
That's crazy. And then the Tesla.
Damn, I'm gonna get paid, and then Tesla drives off. Like, oh wait, I'm not getting paid.
You're drunk when you're trying to make out the license plate.
I think there was an I. Might have been a 1.
That's so fucked up. That's funny. It's not funny.
So what made you get into like real estate?
What?
No, like you've been calling me about like every once in a while you'll text me about like you'd be like, I like this place, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oops. Sorry.
I'm just sitting there like, yeah, really, like today you're like, we should buy this. I was like, what?
I know, you like I feel like you left me on red for like 20 minutes and you were like,
I
don't know how to respond
I was like
to
doing,
this.
I was like doing something, so I looked at it and then I went, and then I was like, what?
I was actually with Naomi, she was cutting my hair.
Okay, so they're out here just thinking about some stuff.
No, so like I'm steady on Zillow. Like I get notifications like constantly. Like my notifications are just like Zillow. I just stay on Zillow looking like, and like my like searches are set on like everything. So I feel like from like $1 million homes to like actually things that I'm interested in like looking
What?
at.
You can buy $1 million.
Fuck no. Maybe one day.
That commission would be so great.
Hey, look, we have to go networking, and then I'll meet someone,
Let's go.
either rich to marry, or they can teach me so that I can,
We gotta come back to that, but
Okay, well, anyways.
yes, real estate first and foremost.
Well, I think my goal from it, like, I want to buy a condo. I really don't want a house. Well, for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather pay, like, an HOA.
To take care of everything?
Yeah, like, I don't want to do anything. And I don't care about having a yard right now. Like, at the point of my life where I'm at, I don't want it. So, I just want a condo. I'd rather be in the city, but, like, I'm fine with being out here.
What? Yeah, like, condos are still kind of, like, not moving to the city, so you can try to find something like 200 or less.
Yeah.
Maybe like 250 at one
Yeah,
bedroom or two bedroom. Two
yeah.
bedroom maybe goes up a little bit, but
Yeah, I feel like it's, like, from what I've been looking, it usually ranges from, like, $225 to, like, $300. So, for, like a decent, like, 2-bedroom with, like, nice, like, stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So, I think, like, a year from now, like, that's really what I want.
a year from now.
Well, okay, because listen.
You got like 3 months until the next year. That's when Anton gave it to you. He's like, wait till next year.
I know, but okay, that's like my like, let's say my maximum. And like, I'm open to getting it sooner, but like, I'd rather, like, a few things, right? So like, my daughter goes to like actual like kindergarten, like full-time school in like a year from now. So next fall.
So you don't want to have her in the city.
I mean, like, I don't like. I mean, we can.
Because you have to drive her to the suburbs. If she goes through your transfer, you
Well,
send
she
her to
goes
the
to
city
like a
school.
private school in like the
But
city.
then you got to pay for that.
That's true.
So now
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm fine driving, but like.
but then there's also the you're possibly gonna leave your job. So what are you gonna do? You
I
gotta,
wouldn't. Well, I'm okay. The thing is like with my, I know we were talking about that, but like realistically, I'm probably not leaving my job because I'm in. Well, no, like I'm in school, so like they're paying for my school.
What's
So
okay, we'll come back to that.
so many topics. I'm in school. I'm in school for project management, even though I'm already a project manager. But like that's because like they want like in order to get that travel spot, like they want me to have like an actual like bachelor's degree. It doesn't have to be in like project management. They just want me to have a degree. So I'm like, well, I might as well go like for something I'm already interested in, which was kind of stupid because like I already have this experience. So like if I wanted to apply elsewhere, like it would have been smart to get a degree in something else. But whatever. So I'm kind of not stuck with them, but like I want to just like stick it through and finish the degree. So I'm probably gonna stay with them for at least another 2 years. So like more than like I like my job.
Let's go flying in the city.
Like I like my job, so like I'm fine with where I'm at. Like I'm comfortable with where I'm at. Like my schedule is decent. It's flexible, so like it fits like around my life like really well. So most likely like I work in Chicago, but it's like I won't be moving my job. As far as like school, that's the thing. Like I'd be fine with driving her over or even having her go to school. Like I don't know, I can figure that out. But I also didn't want to like be renting at the time of her going to school because I also don't want to get her enrolled in a school and then like move far and like nobody that lives in that area for her to keep going to that school. Like I'm fine with moving her at like maybe once like when she's young, but anyways like I can get a condo around
Buy a
that time.
place, so then you have to move her.
Exactly. So at least like I have that address and like if I need to have her go to school around there, like she can. So I don't know, like I'm fine. Like right now, like I'm more interested in the city than I am like the suburbs, but I'm still open to the suburbs. So like, I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at. And like my like the end time, I definitely want to have it by the time she's in kindergarten, so like a year from now. But I'm open to doing it sooner if I can. At the same time, like money wise, like after like a down payment, I still want to have like enough time to like get new furniture and stuff. So like I'm still like trying to make sure I'm like not rushing it, you know. I'm like, it's weird too because I feel like I'm picky, but I'm not like picky. Like I'm very like open to like places. Like,
now, where in the city would you want to live?
That's the thing. I don't really care either. But like I'm really not that picky.
Would you want to do like a multi-unit building or like a skyscraper?
No,
high rise.
So like skyscrapers scare. Like I'm fine with it, but they also like make me a little nervous just because. Like this is so stupid. This is like unrealistic, I know, but like I feel like if I'm living with too many people, I don't want to sound stupid. If someone like starts a fire or something, like I feel like there's so many things that like aren't in your control. Like the more people you live with, like the dumber like the stuff can be. So like I don't know, like
Sprinkler systems and all those.
I know. So like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm open to living in like anywhere. I really don't care. It could be like a smaller building or it could be like a huge building. I really don't care. I have friends that have lived in like on the 32nd floor, and then I have friends who like lived on like the 8th floor of like a small building that had like 11 floors. So like I thought that was cool too. So like I'm pretty open with like what I want to do or like what my options are. I just like two things. I need big windows. Like I want big windows.
Okay.
And
so like, are you talking like floor to ceiling?
That would be ideal, but like I just want it to feel like pretty open. Like I want it to be like light. Like I want light to come in. Like I don't have to be on the top floor. Like I don't care.
But I got a place for you.
Yeah, I'm not ready yet.
It's a 1-bedroom though. Really not.
No, I want 2. I have to have 2 minimum.
There's a loft. There's a loft on top.
That's fine.
You can throw her on top.
That.
Or you can
I would
sleep on
probably
top.
stay on top. Yeah, I would do that.
The stairs are like steep like this.
I'm down with that. I don't care.
You just have to build maybe some walls and then bed.
But I need like a big closet, like a decent closet.
That doesn't have that. But you can probably build one in the unit.
Well, I also don't want to be like confined. Like, I have to see it. Like I'm pretty open to like what I want. I don't have like a bunch of like boxes I need checked off, but like I just want it to be like airy. I like the loft. Like that's cool. I want a closet, but I definitely need 2 bedrooms because I'm like, okay, well, even if I want to stay there for like 5 to 7 years, like in 5 years my kid will be 9. Like I can't share a bedroom with a 9-year-old.
Roommates for life.
Yeah, that's wild. So
bunk beds, let's go.
But yeah, I mean, like we share a bedroom now, and like she's cool, but when she's 9, I'm gonna need my own space.
That's fine.
But yeah, right now, plan is city, new furniture, new everything.
So then, how does investing come into this? Like, how did you get into investing?
I'm not. I wouldn't say that I'm into investing.
I don't know. You sent me the thing. You're like, let's
go.
50-50.
I did.
You're like, let's.
I'm open to it. Are you down?
I am. I don't make enough money to do all that.
Right.
And we
do
both.
what you gotta do.
And we both can't get no loans. Yeah, I can't because I haven't. Basically, I'm like still like year 1 out of 2. Because I need like show consistent money. So if I made like $100,000, like let's say like this upcoming year, I'd have to do that for another year. And I'm not doing that. I'm basically 2 years away from whenever I make some good money.
I feel you. Well, I wouldn't say that I'm into it, but I feel like I'm on top of the networking. I know I have another I have a few friends that are there's actually a lot of people in real estate out here. I think it's competitive, yeah.
Well, it won't be in the next year.
Okay.
It's getting very hard to. It's getting more difficult because with interest rates going up. It's for the first. I think it was 3 months ago that there was more agents leaving the business than staying in the business, and that wasn't the case for the last 3-4 years. So now it's trying to change. We're gonna see what happens.
Well, yeah, so, I don't know, I feel like I don't know, I feel like people have been talking in my ear, oh, you should do this, and I feel like I've always been open to, investing or, owning, property and, renting it, but, I've always also, I want my own first, but then, if I see, when I'm on Zillow and I see, opportunities, and I'm not good at, reading the fine print, but,
Well, I don't think you can read with, there's some websites that have it, but, the agent remarks. So you would have known.
Yeah.
They'll send when I look at it, I look at the disclosures, the area,
yeah.
This is a lot there. I'll be what's it
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're renting it, people, there's people that will buy in those areas. You know what I mean?
People that rent.
Yeah, people that would rent.
Well, there's always people that rent in all areas.
Exactly.
It's just the amount of rents. I was gonna run the rent count, but then I was she probably.
But the thing is, the one that we looked at,
they need to work. They probably need another $50,000, so I would probably been $100,000.
True.
All around, but
True.
then that's still cheap enough.
But the thing is, the payment on it was I think it was two units. One.
For $50,000.
It had 5 bedrooms.
5 bedrooms.
It had 5 bedrooms. That's why I think it was 2 units. That's what I was saying. Because it said it was $680 a month for the mortgage type stuff. And I was okay. Even if you charge. And this is insanely low. If you charge $1,000 for each unit, say it's 2 units, okay, well now you're profiting $1,400 a month.
We're gonna have to look at this again.
We have to.
I'm gonna take another peek at it.
Because
I think it was only 1 unit.
Because that's what it looked like too. It made it seem like it was only 1 unit, but it had 5 bedrooms. I'm what unit at this point?
I don't think it's 5 bedrooms. Maybe 5 rooms. Because 5 bedrooms is a lot.
That's what I'm saying. And it didn't look like that from the pictures. I didn't even look through all the pictures because I was I don't care.
Jesus.
Because I was I saw the area that it was in, and I was hey, people will eat this up. It wasn't terrible. And I was people will eat this up. I was we'll do a little bit of remodeling to make it look nice, and then put the rents up a little bit, but still make it cheap enough where people will want to we can get people to actively stay there. You know what I mean? Golden, but.
It's a little harder than that, but yeah,
we'll be fine.
You have the general idea.
But yeah, anyways, I'm not seriously thinking about investing yet, just because I feel I'd rather buy my own place first. But when I see crazy deals like that, or what seems to be a crazy deal, hey, this is really cheap, attainable. Let's do it now. And then I'll still have money. If I didn't know we'd have to put the whole 50 down, because if it was just a down payment, hey, I'd still have money left over. I can buy my own place too.
We gotta see how this episode turns out, because I just realized I didn't plug in the microphone. And we're back. But yeah, I don't know. We're talking about buying units and renting them out.
Yeah.
We can figure that out.
So who's the coolest person you've sold the house to? Is it all people you know?
It's all been people I know. I didn't sell that much, but right now I'm working with. So I sold, the first place I sold was for my friend Danny. We had problems with the HOA, so we almost didn't close.
What's problems? What problems?
They were getting sued, and basically in the city, in the suburbs, usually agents don't know until the problem hits, and in the city, usually you kind of get a heads up. In the city more, it's you'll figure it out more. So we didn't know, and we got to the point of closing, like maybe 2 weeks before closing, really got a call and like, hey, the HOA is getting sued. We gotta look into this. So then the attorney looked into it, and she's like, basically they're getting, they're not getting sued, but they're suing somebody for siding and the roof. I guess the contractor did a bad job 10 years ago, and they're still in like courts with the guy. We basically did some stuff. I ended up getting an inspection done without the HOA knowing of the roof and stuff, and basically it was good enough for the underwriting or Anton, the people that like the people that kind of look over all the paperwork for on Anton's side gave them the okay. It was like enough to give them the okay to move forward. It took about like 3 weeks though to do it all of it. So they closed maybe like a month or 2 weeks after the date. And the second one was Maria. Basically, Maria was she came back from Mexico. She wanted to buy a house or an apartment. She basically ended up buying it, but basically she lost funding halfway through. And then basically they had to get like the husband's family members to take the loan out. And then now she bought a place. And now we're working with Marco. It's been pretty chill. Everyone I close has been just friends. I've been trying to get some other people. It's a little harder with like how everything's going. And then yeah, so now I do a lot of rentals too. But those kind of get a little wild. I'm kind of trying to get out of those. I had a client, the landlord, during final walkthrough, so basically what happened was I was there and I was like, hey, like I'm gonna go downstairs real quick to see if the people are there. And both the wife and husband were in the unit. I walked downstairs, I see the new tenants. I was like, hey, whenever your agent comes up, just come right up. I go back upstairs and they're in the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of awkward. Like, the wife's like, kind of like, I thought the landlord like in the bathroom was taking a shit or something. And then I walk in and like, the dude's passed out. Like, and then I'm like, oh, fuck.
What?
And then she's like, call 911. And I was like, okay. So I called 911. And then basically I ran down, told the tenants not to come up yet. But I ran down the stairs and they came up the elevator. So then I was like, oh, well, I can't do nothing now. So I just like met the fire department and I took them up. And then basically I had to do the final walkthrough with all the paramedics in the unit.
Oh my god.
And they took them away while we were doing the final walkthrough.
Why did you continue? I feel like
They were in the unit. I was like, what else can we do? Like,
just wait. Like I don't.
I was like,
Come back?
that was one unit. Like, we just like looked at all the stuff real quick, and then he got taken away, and then the wife went, and I just kind of wrapped up everything.
That's crazy.
There's been a lot of situations, like in just everything, but like that was probably one of the most memorable. Was that, and I had a kid go through a screen door. Those two were probably the most memorable.
Like just like first like run through.
Yeah, he was like running in the sunroom, and I was like, it was like it wasn't actually like they like stapled the screen, so it was like just wood and then like the screen, and like you couldn't see it on the angle, and then he just like ran right through and busted it on the concrete, and I was like, damn, and I was like, are you okay? It's like, ah. And then the mom came running around, she's like, oh my god, and I was like, I gotta call the agent.
Dang. Jeez.
There are a few other incidents, but like those are like the two major ones. So yeah, it gets kind of crazy like sometimes in real estate. Like you see some stuff. Well, like you, like I've had like I did a showing with the owner sleeping on the couch. He never even knew we walked in. We walked in, did the whole showing, and then we walked out. I did a whole episode on it.
That's wild. I remember like a reel you posted, and it was it was like a bathroom, but it was like a closet, or like it was so awkward to get into the bathroom. It was so small.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's a bunch of those. I've had like the stairs going like outside the house. The refrigerator was there for the kitchen. There's like on the side of the stairs, like you were walking downstairs and just go to the refrigerator. Okay.
That's funny.
There's a lot of like interesting situations in real estate. Like it's a very interesting field. I've enjoyed the stories. I kind of look forward to like seeing some more, but it's.
What got you like involved in it? Like when did you get your license?
So I went to a party. Maybe like a year and a half, 2 years before COVID. Like a year before COVID, and basically I met this old guy. It was like his daughter graduated from nursing, and he's like, you should get into like real estate investing. So I was like, okay. So then you want another one?
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, like how do I do that? He's like, you can buy a house, you can wholesale. So I started reading a few books on it, watched a few YouTube videos, and I kind of found a way like through wholesaling, which is basically you guys want to sell the property for like under market value because like they need something or another. And then basically what you do is you sell it to like a wholesaler or you sell it to a flipper, and you like, let's say if like you got under contract for like 60, you sell it to them for 70, and you make 10 grand.
Yeah.
It's the simplest way to put it. So basically, I was trying to do that, and then the same year I was trying to do that, 2019, 2020, they passed a law in Illinois saying you had to be a real estate agent to do this, to get your license. So I was like, you do, basically. So like I ended up going to school to get my license. I met Charles and I joined his team. Never ended up doing that. I just ended up trying to like learn how to sell real estate. But then now I'm just trying to save up enough money to like buy some rentals and also like travel. So like my thing is like the goal in real estate would be to make like $150,000 and then figure out how much it's going to be with tax, figure out how much I need to live the rest of the year, hold off 1 year, and then carry the money over to next year. So it's like, okay, like live like a year ahead. So like I may like, let's say like I have like 50 grand in like cash that I could do whatever with. Like live very like small the first year and the next year like, okay, last year I made 50 grand so I could live off that 50 grand this year. But then I'll basically try to make 150 grand again this year. And the second I hit that 150 mark, I'll leave the country like right off the bat and go somewhere else. So I'll just travel from that point till the new year. And I'll come back the new year, but I'll still like work like I'll do like send my deals to other people, and I'll just advertise while I'm like out of the country. So I wanted to do that, but it's not really like I don't make enough money to do that right now. So I'm like, okay, like so I just been like doing these podcasts, advertising, trying to like stay in real estate. And that's what initially investing got me into real estate, but now it's like what's keeping me in real estate. It's like kind of like the funny stories. Like I like working with people sometimes, but sometimes it's like horrendous. Like, why am I doing this? Let me leave. Like, I'm going to take today off. I usually don't take the whole day off. Usually I have too much stuff to do throughout the day. But it does get to be a lot. Like, I start working at like 8 and I finish at like 8, 9. And I'm like,
Have you thought about doing anything else?
I think about it from time to time. You know, it crosses my mind here and there. Like
what interests you? Like, what did you want to do? I mean, we've had conversations about this before, but like, what would you, before real estate, like, what were your plans?
There was no plan.
At one point, like,
well, I was supposed to be a DJ.
Yes,
so
it was like DJ. But like, you wanted to go to like Europe or something and DJ.
I still want to do Europe because like someone told me like let's say you're worth like $100 here if you go to Europe, you're foreign, so now you're worth like $200, $300, $400 out there. Because like they don't have that there.
Yeah.
So they're okay. Like you could do like a tour or two out there, just like call local clubs, be like, hey, I want to be in Europe. Like let me DJ. Your
like
club.
People in like Japan and like China, like they love like foreigners. Like,
depending on the country, yes.
Yeah, I guess.
But like I do want to like eventually like I said I want to visit like not really China but like Japan, Thailand, Korea. I might go to China. Like I've seen some videos of like some of their cool cities that they have. Like Shanghai seems to be like a cool city. Like I hear it's like harder to get into China than like the other countries. Like Japan, you just need to have a return ticket within 90 days of entry.
Yeah, I think it was Japan. I had somebody I knew or somebody I work with right now. Like he used to live in Japan as like a kid or like through his like.
But I feel like that's not that good. You got to be there like when you're 21 and older.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he was, so like he went back, so he lived there, so like he learned the language and stuff because his dad moved there for work because they were in like the car industry. So then he moved back here, and then like through college he went back to Japan for like what is it called? Study abroad or whatever. Yeah. He moved back, and at that time like that's when like he can go in the clubs and like they treated him like a royalty there because like any foreigners like they like wanted them like he would like almost get paid to come into these clubs and like. Dang. Because like they just like loved foreigners.
Yeah, I've heard of like different. I heard like those stories, and I heard like stories where people can't get into clubs. Like they have like some word for like foreigners in Japan, and like they're like one of my friends into like a bunch of restaurants and clubs.
That's interesting. Maybe it's because he knows like Mandarin. Maybe that's why.
Japanese.
Mandarin.
They speak Japanese in Japan.
Well,
in China, they speak Mandarin.
Well, maybe he was in China. I can't remember. I think he was in Japan.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think he speaks Mandarin.
If he speaks Mandarin, he's probably in China.
I don't know.
I'd say China, yeah.
I forget where it was. Whatever it was.
I went to Vegas, and like I wasn't really drinking when I went to Vegas. I was kind of taking some time off from drinking. And
you went to Vegas. Took time
hold
off
up.
from drinking.
The story gets wilder. So I was like in Omnia is the club. It's like next to Caesar. It's Caesar's Palace has Omnia as like a big club. We're watching Steve Aoki, and like next door to us there was like a bunch of like Chinese like kids, they had the Chinese flag, so I knew it was like, okay, that guy's from China, like. And they were like throwing money and stuff, but like one of the kids tripped and like fell out the booth, and I caught him and I put him back up, and he gave me drinks. And from that night on, I was drinking heavily. Just kept feeding me drinks, like he's watching me. He's like,
"Aw, that's so cute."
But I was wearing like a button-down shirt with like a nice pair of pants, like shoes. He was wearing shorts and a t-shirt, but it was like all designer clothes and stuff. And I was like, dang, that shit was worse than the shorts. But yeah, I caught him, and then he was like the rest of the night he was like feeding me drinks, and then that was pretty good too. The rest of the week,
Nice.
I like run into them like randomly. I'm like, hey, you were at the club
In
last night,
Vegas?
and like they'd be like, who you? And I was like, you running? Like, cause like you like I'd like recognize people from that were at the table.
That's interesting. Like it's such a big place. That
Well, yeah, you run into like, cause you go to like if you go to Vegas, like you can get in for free to most of the clubs. Most people don't know that. Like we bought tickets to a few places, and it's like the second night we're like, let's not buy tickets to nowhere. Like we get in for free.
Never been. How many times have you been? Once.
I wouldn't buy anything. I would get there on like a Wednesday. If you want to do Vegas, like you get there on a Thursday, go walk around and try to find a club promoter. They're everywhere. I ran into like 3 or 4 of them, and then basically they'll get you into all the major clubs. Like I could have saw like Jack Harlow. I could have saw.
That's dope.
I saw Black Coffee, the DJ. I could have saw like a bunch of people. They're everywhere. You can just find them, or just go on Instagram and look up like club promoters and probably like message them, like get you in.
That's dope. I have to go. I've never been. I want to go to New Orleans.
Oh, for Mardi Gras?
Really bad, yeah. I've never been in general, but like I've been like dying to go, and like I think I'm gonna go this year.
What? Yeah, just get a group of friends.
Yeah, I don't have
Drive
friends.
down. What do you mean you don't have friends? You have friends. Who cut your hair today? A friend.
Okay.
Who are you here with? A friend. Who you be hanging out with on the weekends?
Okay,
Friends.
no, like none of my friends are like friends except for like you and Sammy. Like,
damn.
okay, so
They're
like,
gonna see this podcast. Like you're gonna have some heat after this one.
No, I'm not. Like, I have a few friends, but none of them are like friends. You know what I mean?
Why don't you bring them into the friend group?
I guess. Do you want to go to New Orleans with me?
I have
and
money.
Naomi? I
I'm
think Naomi
gonna
would
be
do that.
real with you. Like this money situation's hard right now for Judas. I'm gonna just go back to Brazil for like a week to see some people.
I'll go.
We're going to Carnival. Like,
Oh my god, are you really?
in 2025? I'm inviting like a large group of people because I know like I'm gonna get like 3% of them to go. So I can invite like a bunch of people.
I need to get my passport.
Yeah, you should probably do that. And then you have to go to the
Yeah.
consulate and get your visa. It's like $250, maybe 300. Then you
You need a passport and a visa?
to enter it, and then you get it for 10 years. I think the visa is like good for 10 years.
I didn't even know that. That's good information.
There wasn't a visa until like last year, 2 years ago.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'm down. I just need to know all the information.
That's it. That's all. I gave you all the information. We're going in 2025 in February. You'll be gone for like. I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. I would suggest
Not bad.
take off like maybe like you can stay the whole time with me. It don't matter. Like, but we're gonna be like in the city, and then we're gonna be like in the suburbs.
How long is like the festival going on for?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's a lot of days for like a festival.
Well, we're probably just gonna get a place by the beach, and we're just like go to the beach every night. Like we're not gonna go to like that.
Have you ever been?
Not to Carnival. We went to
okay.
Brazil.
Yeah,
like
I knew
3 or
that.
4 times, and then I was
Yeah.
going there.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, I want to go. I'm
we'll
down.
go to, we'll go more to like the beach and just party on the beach and see like what they're doing every night.
That's dope.
But we won't really go to like there's like on TV.
Have you told Naomi?
I've been telling people randomly. First, it was my team leader was like, "We're gonna go 2025." I was like, "I guess." Like, okay.
That's so far away. Like, of course.
Well, this
Why
year
would you
because
say
he's
no?
going to Antarctica this year.
Oh, and that's random.
Well, it's like a once in a lifetime trip. So he's like, "Yeah."
Fair.
It's like one of the most dangerous seas. Like going down Antarctica. I was like, "Good luck." Like,
That's I don't really have any like interest in going there. Okay, I'm gonna go to Mardi Gras this year, 2024, and then I'll go to Carnival.
well, it's like
2025.
you gotta just drive down there. I wouldn't fly. I would drive.
Why?
It's probably cheaper.
How far? Right now it's only like $300 a ticket.
Yeah, but you gotta think it's not gonna be for Mardi Gras season or like
For Mardi
to
Gras.
leave. Okay, yeah, then I'll fly.
How far is the drive? I honestly wouldn't even know.
It's probably
Like
like
10 hours?
No, definitely more.
Really? I'm gonna look it up.
Because like to get to Tennessee was like 7.
No, it's longer. Is it?
Well, it took me 9, but like if you drive straight, it's like 7, no stops. 7.5.
13 hours, so we were both wrong.
Yeah.
I said 10, you said a day. You gotta go right now.
I would get so much jams right now if we went. My girlfriend would be not happy. She's like, "Are we still hanging out tonight?" I'm like, "Listen."
So what happened was,
I did that.
I have to go to New Orleans.
I went to Tennessee and did that shit. She's like, "Are we still hanging out tonight?" I'm like, "I'm 4 hours away from Tennessee." She's like, just silence on the phone. I was like, whoa.
How did that happen?
It was just like, but it was like she was just going terrible. The deals weren't going. I was like, wow, what should I do this weekend? And I was like, I had some money. I was like,
I'm gonna go to Tennessee.
I'll go to Tennessee. Because my friend lives in Tennessee. So I was like, called him. I was like, if I theoretically came right now, would you be down? He's like, I have work tomorrow, but like, it's only one quick job. And I was like, I'll see you in 7 hours. And I just hopped in my car and just drove.
Let's go.
I have like $900. We could do it.
Okay.
What you mean? Who's gonna watch your child this week?
Her dad.
Work.
Work will be okay. They're not gonna fire me.
You're dangerous. What about this weekend when we go to the city Saturday?
We never agreed to that.
We basically did.
Who are you going with?
I was gonna go by myself. So now I have you. So there's 2 people.
Okay.
We can go.
Remind me on Saturday.
What do you mean? You mean Friday?
Yeah, fine. Remind me on Friday, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll revisit. I mean, this took us like 3 different times to reschedule just to do this.
I don't remember what happened last time. I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something where I don't remember what I had to cancel.
It was like a random Tuesday. No, it was a Sunday, I guess. It was a Sunday that you canceled.
I don't know.
It was.
It's been so hard.
Then it was awkward when I ran into you at the gym. I was like...
Because you weren't responding. I was like, damn.
I didn't text him back.
Well, like, I have 2 other people that I've been trying to schedule in.
Who?
David Ferguson, Bruce Bambino. I had one of his...
I know, I think I do.
Yeah, table.
Yeah.
And then I have Kian's mom. She's a psychologist.
Yeah, Amy.
And then I gotta find whoever I'm having next. It's been a struggle. Well, I've been having like random people like hit me up, but I'm like...
You should like interview like my daughter. And like Silas and like Lana.
This is the Realtor Chronicles.
They can sit together and you can ask them like, what type of house do you want to live in? That would be so funny.
Maybe like the street interview.
It would be like a 5-minute thing.
The
like,
street interview.
Okay, fine.
But I'll do it in a house interview.
That would be so funny. I think that would be good guests. You'd probably get like the most views with them because like...
I don't know, like real maybe, but like maybe not like... I would rather, well, I gotta see how I'm gonna do the Realtor, how I'm gonna do like the Street Chronicles too. The Realtor Chronicles Street Edition.
Yeah, what's your like, you haven't any ideas?
Well, it's like, I know I'm just gonna go and be like, hey, can I interview you quick, ask you a few quick questions. And just go up to like random people like in line, like whatever bar has a long line, I'll just go sit, like I'll sit in like the middle of the line, just go down the line.
Yeah, you should do it with like drunk people.
Yeah.
You said no?
I was like, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Or like, I'm gonna try to do it earlier in the night because later in the night, you get some mouth breathers like, just trying to survive. I can't answer some questions, I can't have that.
So what type of questions are you gonna ask them?
Just like, hey, do you live in Chicago or do you drive to Chicago or do you live in Chicago? And be like, what's the best part of Chicago? Like, where's the best neighborhood in your opinion? And then be like, where do you live? Next question, do you live in that part? And they're probably like, no. Like, why not? And then just be like, expensive. Or be like, where do you want to stay in Chicago or are you gonna leave eventually? Stuff like that.
I feel like you need to get.
We'll get like questions like how we get like into this like the first few aren't gonna be like good. That's why I did like these few episodes by myself. But like eventually like I'll know like exactly.
You need a few episodes by yourself.
Oh, like the first 4
podcasts.
Yeah, they're by
myself. You do them by yourself.
Yeah.
You just talk.
The Realtor Chronicles was supposed to be me just telling funny stories. And then I got a call from my friend. He's like, "Shut up, I'm hopping on." And I'm like, "How do I do this?" And I had to figure it out.
Dude, the funniest time is like, let's say, like, if you have like, dude, me and like Naomi would be hilarious to have.
But then what does she like? I had to get rid of the table and put another chair.
Just do the couch. Have you ever watched like the Joe Budden podcast?
Yeah.
Like
a little bit.
You need to get like on that level.
Well, like that, but like that setup is probably like $2,000. I don't got $2,000 right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have
all you need is a couch.
Well, I'm gonna have like I'll have the microphones the next few weeks. I'll have like the ones that just clip into your shirts.
You don't think we can just do like all three of us with one, I feel like we'd be
But
fine.
I'm gonna get the clip-on thing for like the interviews, and then I'll be able to have like 3, 4, 5 people on the couch.
Yeah.
And just go on from there, and then I'll have like.
It's like that's like the best type of like bouncing off conversation. Like that would be so fun.
But then, because I was supposed to do like the Friends podcast where I have like the same group of friends, but it's like we did one, couldn't air the episode.
You said what?
You couldn't air the episode.
That's the best. You have to air those.
We couldn't air the
You would
episode.
blow up.
Nah, we're all going to jail. we're all gonna be in jail.
I want to see this. Can we see this later?
I gotta find it. It was just like we started like talking, and like even like they're like, if we keep going, we're all gonna like end up in jail. Yeah, probably. So like we just like talk about like funny stuff, like you're never gonna get like those phone conversations from like the homies. Like you get call each other, like just say some stupid shit. It's like hang with it. Like we're playing like video games, like just like
They cut out every 5 seconds.
Yeah, like, beep beep beep.
Oh yeah, the video games. Like yeah, I don't think you could do that, but I'm trying to think. Like I feel like we need to think of. I feel like you need to think.
Well, like eventually, I'm gonna make like another YouTube channel, and I'll have the podcast be like, I'll have another podcast, which is I'm not gonna edit anything. It's just gonna be just the raw video with like an intro. So this will be like the Realtor Chronicles after hours on a different channel.
Okay, I feel you.
So it'd be like the conversations afterwards.
That would be good. And I think like, have you ever seen like your street ones? I feel like the only street ones I see are like, well, I've seen a few, but they're always like they always capture like everyone's interest because they always talk about like, oh, like some of them are like they'll go up to couples only and they'll approach like, hey, like do you guys like trust each other? Like, hey, pull out your phones right now and trade phones. Like obviously you're not.
Bro, I got a story about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did that happen to you?
I went to where was I? I was in it's like by a waterfall glen. There's like a cafe that does stand-up comedy at night, and basically they had an improv time, and they're like, let us borrow someone's phone and read through their messages, and we can only respond to their messages. So I'm like, okay, cool.
You did it?
So
Oh
I
my
gave
god.
them my phone, and I had a client coming from the Philippines. So then basically what happened was like they're reading those messages, and it was like the girl was like, can I pay in Filipino dollars? And like everyone stopped and like slowly looked at me, and I was just like, I was like, God, and they just kept going down the list. I was like, this is sounding like a drug deal. Like, this is sounding bad.
Oh, because I didn't give like the full context.
Yeah, they just like picking lines. Like everyone's like, who is this kid? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's great. That's a good one. That's funny. Who like? Why were you there?
There was a bunch of people I knew that were like doing comedy. So like, we just like went one night to see them, and like we ran into like a bunch of friends too, like randomly. And I was like, cool. But no, like, we thought it was gonna be like an open bar, and no. Definitely not. They had like 3 bottles, and I had to do like Jameson with sparkling water. I was like, "Ooh, this is a real one right here."
Yeah, that's nasty, but that's funny. Well, no, like the going back to the street stuff. I feel like that it's been those ones that I've seen, like the show me your phone, and then it's also been like they're stupid ones like what do you expect in a man? Like, would you date me? Like
Yeah.
weird stuff. Like I feel like you need
But
like
I
a
feel like you throw. I'm gonna throw real estate. I'm gonna throw some other questions in there.
yeah.
It's
Like you just have to make it fun. Like you need like something to like catch people like viewers' attention. And then you still need to make it about like the real estate stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's your whole like.
Oh yeah,
spin.
I tried to do this. Like this was supposed to be a full real estate podcast, but like here we are now. Not talking about real estate. I feel like I was cut out when I was leaning over here. That's how I gotta come back a little bit. We gotta see what ends up happening. I'm definitely gonna try to add a commercial in that break. I'm gonna try to shoot one and then add it in.
I'm dead. Let's go right now. Let's make a commercial.
We will at the end. I'm trying to find something.
Oh my god.
It'll be good. It'll be a great time. But what else have you been up to? Like, what happened to working at nights?
I got off of that.
They just
Too
were
big
like,
for that now.
they're just like, your time has come. You'll do day shift now.
I got promoted.
Damn.
So I'm not a manager anymore.
How long were you doing that for?
I was a manager for like a year and like a few months. And I just got promoted like 2 months ago to be like a project manager. Now I'm on like a team of 4 people. I just like work on my own stuff. I miss it though. I mean, like, I don't miss it, but like I miss it. Like I like kind of like you said, like I hate working with people, but like I love it at the same time. But now I'm in a good spot because like now now, like, I don't have to manage them. Now I get to just talk to them. So, like, I still have, like, good relationships with the people I manage. But, like, I don't know. I feel like, let's think, like, a year from now when, like, most of those people are gone at that job, like, when they move on or whatever, like, I'm not going to have those relationships anymore. So it's, like, it's different. It's, like, harder to, like, establish, like, relationships with people.
What was your friend that we met rollerblading?
Oh, I never heard that. Her name was Emma.
I ran into her. She didn't recognize me.
Really? Where did you run into her at?
Q bar, like a few months after that.
Oh my god, that's funny.
And I was like, we went like rollerblading. And she's like, oh yeah. I was like, get the. Like, I can't believe it.
I like Q Bar. Like the pool tables
Horrendous.
and stuff. I like it.
The worst bar.
Which one?
All of them. Doesn't matter which one. They all. Like, I would rather go
Why?
anywhere else. Because like I feel
You
like
literally there's cheap drinks and there's like you play pool.
But
You
like-
get drunk and play pool.
But
Like
for
what's
me,
the...
it's like I want to meet people, and there it's not really a good place to. It's like a good place
Yeah.
to see old friends.
Or it's like if you go with like a group of friends, like it's like a
But still,
good
like, I
spot.
feel like I'm just like I'd rather go to like neighborhood because you get the opportunity to meet new people and also chill with your old friends.
I feel like I'm not like really intrigued by like neighborhood people.
Well, that's why you bring your own friends. But then you like when you go like depending on the night, Potters is really good. Depending on the night.
I don't
There's-
know. I don't fuck with Potters that much. It's okay.
I like those clubs, and that's the closest thing.
Yeah, you like clubs, so I guess we're definitely. I like places where like I can go and do something. Like I don't mind clubs here and there, but like I feel like that's where I do like I haven't been to Q Bar. I've only been there like 2 or 3 times, and I like places that I can go and like do an activity. So like I like to like get drunk and like play pool or like I don't know, do fun things. Like go to an arcade or like do darts or like I'm like competitive. I like games. I don't know.
Mm.
So I like doing activities. Like I like to sit and talk, but like I like to do stuff.
Okay.
That's fine.
You ever been to Punch Bowl Social?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. That's
But I haven't actually played the games there. I've only sat. We went. It was like a work outing, so like we sat and like we like ate and drank, and then like we stayed. To, like we ended up like talking to like the clothes, and like we didn't get the chance to like play the games.
bro, your job is wild. Taking Punch Bowl Social.
Yeah, yeah. It was like it was fun. It was fun. I want to go kart racing. There's a place like the K1 Speed in Addison. I want to go there.
Why don't you go?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I just haven't. I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to going
Just go randomly.
by myself.
Yeah, because there'll be people there partying.
That's fair.
I went to K1 once.
I've been a few times. I've been with like my dad and stuff, and then I think I've only been with my dad, but it's fun. I want to go.
I went to go karting in Brazil, and there was no seatbelts.
Oh no!
It was like on top
That
of.
was a great start to the story.
He went through like all the rules and regulations in like 5 seconds. He was like, you got that? And I'm like, and everyone's like, no. He was just like looking at us like, what? But everyone there spoke Portuguese, and he was just going off. And then it was on top of like a parking garage, so if you like messed up, like you're falling like good 5 stories, like you're smacking that ground.
God. So how did it go?
No one fell.
I mean, I don't know. Did you like bump into people and stuff?
Kind of, sort of. Like
Did you lose? Did you win?
I don't know, but like I know, like it wasn't
So you
like
lost.
probably. I know it didn't come last, but it didn't come first. I know some kid like got smacked. This go kart stopped, and my cousin came in and just like he's like I can't brake, and the brakes didn't work on these cars. Like it was just all sorts of
That's
wildness.
Have you ever seen like this is off topic Bobby's podcast?
Bobby, oh the girl
Yeah,
that's like
it does like that. Yeah, yeah. She's.
Mm,
How do you feel about her?
I've only seen like 4 or 5. Like I feel like she doesn't do it consistently. Like,
I feel like she's done it with like Drake. She's done it with Tyga. I don't know who else she's done it with,
exactly.
I guess.
So that's like kind of it's an interesting podcast like format. She's getting definitely a lot of people. You just gotta see how it goes. She definitely blew up, but like I don't really see any like big ones anymore.
Yeah. I find her interesting. Like I don't know if I like her or not. Like I
Well,
can't
I've
decide.
met her like I've seen interviews with her where she's not like that.
Really?
She's not like she's like more like like
Like bubbly.
Yeah, kind of. But then those podcasts, she just does like that. I saw the first one with like that one dude, where whatever the first one she did, it wasn't with Drake, but it was like the other black dude, and he was like, no, before that.
I don't know.
But he was just like, I don't know. I was like, who is this?
Yeah, I feel like the first time I saw her, because I feel like I have mixed opinions. I feel like part of it, like I feel like she does it like just to keep up that persona, and it's like, like you're kind of fake. Because I feel like you're not actually like that.
Instagram.
Yeah.
She's famous on Instagram for
and she's on TikTok and stuff. So I feel like, but then like I actually watched like the Drake podcast with like most of it, and it was actually pretty entertaining.
See, I've only seen
Because I feel like it's interesting because like especially the way like Drake responded, like even though I feel like she's kind of faking that persona, like I thought it was cool because like you can tell he doesn't interact with that type of personality often.
Yeah.
So like he didn't really know how to respond to it, which I feel like I like that because I like seeing like his like raw side because like he's like I'm Drake, like nobody responds to me like the way you are, like you're not giving me energy. And I thought it was so funny when she's like, yeah, I'm thick.
You gotta see the first one because the first one he matched the energy.
Really?
And it's like
with Drake?
No,
or
whatever
the first guy
was, and then like
I'm so
it
curious.
goes like the same.
Silent.
Because like she's like thrown off by it. She's like, oh.
Yeah, and then I think there was one time, I think it was with Tiger or someone else, she almost broke character because she was like trying so hard not to laugh and she was like almost laughing. I was like, I don't know. I didn't think I would find it amusing, but it was actually pretty funny. I kind of like her. I kind of do. I kind of do. I don't know.
She's fake. I like her.
She's fake. I like her. I don't know. I just think it was like an interesting take. Like, I don't know. Kind of like it. I mean, like she was in Drake's bed doing a podcast with him, like not like just like acting like she's disinterested, which is like a total like she's probably calling her friends like, oh my god, I'm about to do a podcast with Drake, and then she's like,
that
Drake.
was like one of the first people she reached out to, and then they said yes after seeing like whatever podcast the first one she did.
Yeah.
I did like one podcast where I wasn't here, but that's one I never aired it.
Where were you?
I was in a gym.
That's an interesting place.
Well, I was in a garage gym, so I was in the kids' garage.
You were where?
In his garage gym. So we
Oh.
worked out, and then we did the podcast, set everything up.
That's kind of cool.
We just gotta, we'll there eventually. I'm hoping.
The after hours type stuff.
Maybe not even the after hours. It'll
Just
be,
like middle hours.
I don't know. It's
Lunch break.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff I gotta figure out with the podcast. It's been like going good. It's just how do I take it now to like the next level? Like I know I want to start posting on like shorts on YouTube, do TikTok. It's just getting like TikTok on my phone and getting like doing it now.
I think you need like to make it a little bit more inappropriate.
This is the Realtor Chronicles. Like this is the Realtor.
Nobody's watching that.
We got 45, 100 on a good day, a good month. It takes some time. These episodes will, and then we get like the reels, like because the reels I'm trying to keep appropriate because of I get like 500 to 1,000 people watching it. So I'm like, and my dad's friends are like, hey, we saw your podcast, or like saw the episode, or saw the reel, and I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I thought about like parents.
We might eventually get into some wildness, but like for now,
Whatever. Hey, like I just checked the box. Like this is my first time doing a podcast. I'm content. I'm satisfied.
we'll have you back on in a few months.
Okay.
We're probably gonna start doing like bring a old guest, bring a friend, maybe.
That would be fun.
When I get the couch.
I feel like you know what you need? Like you also need like a group of people who don't know each other. I like I don't know a lot of your friends. I don't really know any of your friends. So I feel like those conversations are always good
I feel like
too.
you'd want to meet like Josh Oakes.
I don't know what that is.
The first guy I had on. He's very like he'll
Is that the one that you aired or not?
yeah,
Did you
I did. He's very like he'll like he found out my girlfriend didn't like feet and he took off his socks and just put those bitches on the table.
Yeah, I feel like I need someone like that. I feel like I'd match that energy pretty well. I don't really always show that, but yeah, like
So I mean, what they're like when I get like the
I'm here for like the group podcasts.
when I get the next setup, we'll definitely throw.
I'm trying to be like Rory on like Joe Budden.
That might have to be another the late night hour. Can you come once a week? So
I'm down.
Oh, okay. We just need to have.
We need like a consistent group then.
I don't even know what to do it on, but like we can.
We'll have to like make like a separate TikTok, so it's not like the real estate like hour.
It gets a little wild.
Yeah, we need that.
I think we're like up to like an
The
hour and
shots.
a half.
Are we really? Are we good then?
Probably. We can keep
Okay.
talking. I'm gonna use the bathroom quick, but yeah. We'll talk to you guys later. Do you have any shout outs?
I don't know. Naomi for doing my hair earlier today.
There you go.